Musette on page 11 by Bach. Okay, so go ahead and go through all of your sight reading process, but when you're tapping, make a decision as to whether you're going to observe the alla breve, the cut time, 2/2, or are you going to sight read it in 4/4? Do you want to count 1 and 2 and etc., or 1 and a 2 and a? Make that decision before you start. Either way would be fine when you're sight reading. Please pause. Okay, curious to hear what you've decided in terms of whether you took it in 2/2 or 4/4. Let's go ahead and, when you were analyzing the left hand through the entire piece, did the left hand stay in a 5-finger position in G major, or did it leave the position? Notice in the second phrase, that first bar in the second phrase, your thumb has to reach up to the E, but you don't really have to leave the 5-finger position. You just have to walk down the fingering, and then you're back into the 5-finger position. Third phrase, you again have to stretch for the E a couple times, but then that's it for the entire piece. So you want to feel very comfortable with the G position in the left hand. Now let's move on to the right hand. Notice that you've got, in the second phrase, you've got some broken thirds in the right hand in that first bar of the second phrase. So watch those. Make sure you feel comfortable with the fingering for that particular pattern. In measures 6 and 7, notice that the thumb stays on D. Don't lose contact with the thumb on D. Okay, otherwise it makes it a little more difficult. Keep that thumb on D. Third phrase. Notice how it starts out, long phrase, starts out with broken thirds and then becomes scalar in the right hand. Moving on to the fourth phrase, this looks similar, starts with the pickup at the end of the third line. Fourth phrase looks very similar as to the first phrase, right? But the ending is not the same. The last 2 bars are quite different. Now, in this one, notice that you've got fourths starting out, then a sixth, a fourth, and then a sixth. But analyze those chords, some dominants and tonics in there, and see if you can see them chunked as chords rather than just intervals.